Why good people make terrible decisions. Real Reddit stories analyzed. How much is a clear conscience worth when you are standing in the middle of a life that has been completely hollowed out? Why do the people with the most integrity, the highest intelligence, and the deepest empathy often find themselves making decisions that look, in hindsight, like absolute madness? Today on Yankee Psyche, we are performing a psychological autopsy on one of the most baffling phenomena of the human experience. Why good people make terrible decisions. We aren't just telling a story about a mistake, we are dissecting the hidden patterns of the human mind that lead a person of high character into a total architecture of betrayal. Most of you watching this right now believe you have a fail-safe moral compass. You believe that because you are a good person, you are protected from the predatory cycles of the narcissistic love cycle or the workplace saboteur. But today's deep dive, centered on a chilling Reddit confession from a woman named Elena, proves that your goodness is exactly what a manipulator will use as a roadmap to your destruction. Stick with us until the very end, because we are going to break down the 3 invisible psychological traps that turn your virtues into your greatest vulnerabilities. And we will reveal the exact moment the karma finally arrived to collect its debt. If you have ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, how did I let this happen? This analysis was written for you. Welcome to Yankee Psyche, where real stories meet deep psychological insight. We don't just tell stories, we break down the why behind human behavior. From shocking Reddit confessions to emotional relationship drama and workplace betrayals, every story is carefully analyzed to uncover what really drives people. Because behind every action there is a reason. Our story begins with Elena. In her professional world, Elena was the gold standard. She was a senior financial auditor known for her eagle eye and her refusal to cut corners. She was the person companies hired when they needed to find the truth hidden in the numbers. But in her personal life, Elena was trapped in a decision-making loop that was slowly erasing her future. The story centers on her relationship with her brother, Julian. For 10 years, Julian had been a professional victim, moving from one failed business venture to another, always with a tragic story about how the world had conspired against him. Elena, driven by a deep sense of family loyalty and empathy, had spent a decade making what she thought were good decisions. She paid his rent, she co-signed his car loans, she even dipped into her own retirement fund to give him the seed money for a startup that she knew deep down lacked a solid foundation. To the outside observer, Elena was a saint, but to a psychologist, Elena was trapped in the empathy trap. She was making terrible financial decisions fueled by good moral intentions. This is the first hidden pattern we need to explore, the halo effect. In psychology, the halo effect occurs when our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character in specific areas. Because Elena loved her brother and saw him as family, she gave him a halo. She assumed that because he was family, his intentions must be as pure as hers. She ignored the data. She ignored the red flags. She made decisions based on the person she wanted him to be, rather than the person his actions proved he was. But the descent didn't stop at financial help. It moved into the realm of family conflicts and the family scapegoat dynamic. As Julian's failures mounted, he began to use narcissistic triangulation. He told their parents that Elena was controlling him with her money. He convinced the family that Elena's professional success made her arrogant and out of touch. Suddenly, the person who was saving the family from financial ruin was being treated as the villain. And here is where the terrible decision logic kicks in. Instead of walking away, Elena worked harder to prove her goodness. She gave more money. She took more abuse. She stayed in a toxic loop because her brain told her that if she just sacrificed enough, the truth would eventually come out. At Yankee Psyche, we analyze the why. Why do smart, analytical people like Elena ignore their own expertise when it comes to the people they love? The answer lies in the sunk cost fallacy. Elena had invested 10 years and nearly $200,000 into saving Julian. To admit that he was a predatory manipulator would mean admitting that those 10 years were wasted and that her goodness had actually been enabling a monster. Her brain found it less painful to stay in the burning building than to admit she had been the one who bought the matches. The turning point, the moment of truth, came from a shocking confession. Elena was conducting a routine audit for a new client when she discovered a series of forged signatures and diverted funds. As she followed the digital trail, she realized the perpetrator wasn't a stranger. It was a shell company linked to her brother Julian. He hadn't just been losing her money, he had been using her professional credentials and her good name to commit high-level corporate fraud. He was building his own empire of lies using Elena's reputation as the foundation. He had turned the golden child of the family into his unwitting accomplice. This is the moment where good people have to make a life-changing decision. Elena was faced with a choice: protect her brother and destroy her own career, or expose the truth and watch her family collapse. For 48 hours, she stayed in the cognitive dissonance phase. She tried to find a way to save him one last time, but then she found a private message on Julian's old laptop, which she still paid the cloud subscription for. The message was to his girlfriend, mocking Elena for being an easy mark and laughing about how she would never have the guts to stop him because she's too nice. The nice Elena died in that moment. The analytical auditor was born. Behind every action there is a reason, and Elena's reason was now survival. She realized that her goodness had become a weapon used against her. She performed a deep psychological and financial breakdown of Julian's entire history. She didn't just call the police. She prepared a retribution portfolio. She gathered every check, every text message, and every forged document. She did what we call narrative retribution. Karma hits hard, and for Julian it hit like a freight train. When the truth finally came out, the family scapegoat dynamic flipped. Elena presented the evidence to her parents in a clinical, professional manner. She showed them exactly how their golden boy had been predating on her for a decade. She didn't ask for their forgiveness. She told them she was going no contact with anyone who continued to support Julian's fraud. The fallout was devastating. Julian was facing multiple felony counts of fraud and identity theft. Without Elena to pay for his legal defense, he was forced to face the guiltless infidelity of his own lifestyle. The family empire he had tried to build on Elena's back crumbled in a matter of weeks. The karma wasn't just legal, it was social. The extended family, who had believed his lies for years, finally saw the hidden patterns of his mind. Elena's story is a haunting reminder of why good people make terrible decisions. They make them because they believe everyone else has the same heart they do. They make them because they mistake loyalty for love and enabling for empathy. But the most important life lesson here is this: your goodness is a gift, not a debt. You do not owe your life to people who are actively trying to dismantle it. Every video we create at Yankee Psyche is designed to make you think, question, and understand the human mind on a deeper level. We want to help you see the architecture of betrayal before the roof collapses. Whether it is workplace envy, relationship drama, or family conflicts, the patterns are always there if you know how to look for them. Now, we have a very important question for you, and we want you to be completely honest in the comment section right now. This is a safe space for real-life confessions. Have you ever been the Elena in your own life? Have you ever made a decision that you knew was terrible for your future simply because you wanted to be a good person? Have you ever stayed in a toxic relationship or a soul-crushing job because you felt a sense of duty to someone who was clearly using you? Maybe you have witnessed a situation where a good person lost everything because they were too blind to see the predator standing right in front of them. Or perhaps you are in the middle of a no-contact decision right now and you are struggling with the weight of it. Share your story below. Describe the moment of truth, that one discovery, or that one sentence that finally made you realize your goodness was being used as a leash. Your confession might be the life lesson someone else needs to hear today to stop their own descent. It might be the spark that helps another good person make the life-changing decision to choose themselves for once. We read every comment because we believe that by sharing these real stories and applying deep psychological analysis, we can dismantle these toxic patterns together. When you share your experience, you are helping to rewrite the narrative for everyone else who is still trapped in the narcissistic love cycle or the empathy trap. You are proving that there is life after betrayal, and that the karma for those who abuse the hearts of good people is inevitable. If you value these real stories with deep psychological insight and the hard truths about karma and narrative retribution, subscribe to Yankee Psyche right now. We are revealing the human mind, one story at a time. We tackle the shocking confessions, the workplace betrayals, and the emotional relationship drama that defines our existence. We break down the why so you can protect your what. Don't let your empathy become your exit strategy. Don't let your integrity become your undoing. Stay analytical, stay strong, and remember, being a good person means being good to yourself first. You are the architect of your own life. Don't give the blueprints to someone who only wants to see it burn. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next deep dive into the human psyche.